Hey, what is up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today I will be going over a recent request from a subscriber to go over the 25k direct account from TickTick Trader. And also while I'm making this video, I wanted to go over the accounts that I prefer in certain prop firms and the reason behind it. So let's jump right into the video. So one of these subscribers named BaoBao6466 had commented on a poll that I put this past week asking to make a review on the direct account that TickTick offers. So if you guys hear my sister in the background, I apologize. She's playing her video games. But here is the 25k direct. Now you won't be able to find it if you just come onto the homepage. You'll actually have to put in, tickticktrader.com/25k direct. Then you'll be able to come across the actual direct page here to be able to buy the account. So to go over the 25k direct and my opinion on it, essentially it costs for $4.99, but right now with your deal until February 28th, it is $349. Now, if you guys didn't know, if you use an affiliate code, you'll save an extra $10, so it brings it down to $339, so save an extra 10 bucks there. But with the 25k direct, you can only have one account per user, and the activation fees are included. So that's great. At least if you pay the $349 or the $339, you don't have to pay extra to activate it or any like data fees for the performance account. Sadly, it is only one per user. And then as far as the payout goes, I actually have their Discord channel pulled up here. And one of the moderators that works for TickTick Trader explains it best. So their typical like normal accounts, right? You have to wait at least 40 trading days in order to take 100% of the profit. Now with this specific direct account, you don't have to wait 40 days and you don't have the early withdrawal policy that applies to it, which is a good thing. That means for the first 4 months of any profits that you make, you get to keep 100% of it. So that is a pretty good deal so far. The first 4 months is 100% yours. So if you make 100 grand in 4 months, you keep the full 100 grand. You don't do a 90-10 split. You don't do the early withdrawal 50-50 split. So I think that's a really good feature in itself, right? And also the really good thing about it too is the minimum withdrawal amount. So again, with the regular accounts that you have here, you always have to have a minimum of $1,000 in order to withdraw from your account. And of course, you have to make sure you have the safety threshold met, which is, that's a given. So with the 25k direct, you have to have that safety threshold of $1,600, but the minimum is dropped down to $250 instead of $1,000 like it normally is. So let's say you have this 25k direct. That means in order to start withdrawing, you have to have at least $26,850 in your account, and then anything above that, you're able to withdraw. You withdraw any dollar, any penny, however much you want, you were able to withdraw. So I think that's actually a really good deal. I see a lot of green or like a lot of pros when it comes to this offer they're having, especially that the activation fees are included for only $339. Solid deal. And especially here, check this out. If you accidentally blow your account or you just messed up for whatever reason, if you are above the safety threshold, which is $26,600, you get to withdraw at least 20% of your profits. So definitely a really nice feature they wanted to add for anyone that did blow their account. So either way, it's basically a win-win-win compared to their normal accounts. The only con that I can see from this, and this is also for all just the regular accounts in general, is going to be the daily loss. So because I'm in their Discord channel, right, I had mentioned it before with the suggestions and ideas tab here. If there's an opportunity to adjust the daily loss limit, it makes sense why they have it. Of course, they want their members to be managing their risk as best as they can. That's why they have it in place. But I do wish it was a little bit more room to breathe, right? Because once you hit that $500 here, especially for the 25k direct, you're blowing the account, and then you'd have to buy a new one or start over or wait for a rebill. So it definitely sucks, but hey, every company is different. They have their own rules in place, and that would be the only con that I see from this. Compared to all the the pros that we just spoke about, I think it's a really good deal in my opinion, but I personally want to go for it because I like to give myself a little bit more breathing room. So that does lead me into the actual plans that TickTick offers. I don't have any more accounts with them because I have other accounts with different prop firms, but if I went back, which I'm considering it, I would actually shoot for the 100K Express plan. So to go over the differences between the basic plan and then the 100K Express is mainly the daily loss option. So the 25, the 50, and then the 100K basic plans, they're all 30-day rebills, right? You have an option for a reset. Oops. And then at the same time, you have the daily loss to consider. Now with the 100K Express, if you pass it, that $99 you spent for those 15 days, it is refunded back to you, right? And then on top of that, there is no daily loss number. Unfortunately, it is converted into a 100K Pro plan once you do pass the Express. So then now you have that $2,500 daily loss. But hey, that's still enough breathing room compared to $500 or $1,250, especially depending on how you trade. And also, once you have the PA, of course, you're going to want to be more careful with how you trade. So that's why I still feel like it's a really good deal. You're still saving more money by doing it this way than any of the other ways. So that's my personal opinion and my own experience with TickTick Trader. Now, what I currently do have is actually accounts with Leeloo, Apex Trader, and Bulenox. So going over Leeloo first, you have all of your basic accounts right here, right? Everything from the 25K to the 300K. Then they also offers that the 100K Express and then the 100K Glide, also known as the 100K Static, right? So for me, I have three 100K Glides and I have three 50K launches, or pretty much PAs now. So I'll be receiving those 6 PAs within the next week or so because I have already passed them. And I really like Leeloo. So to give my experience with them and the reason why I decided to partner with them is that they have amazing customer service. First of all, like just really responsive. They break it down very easily. They listen to what you have to say. So really great customer service. As far as the CEO goes, his name is Chris. If you guys don't know Chris, he's so nice and down to earth, and he really cares about the trading community and listens to what we have to say and really engages with us. So that in itself is big because when you're a CEO of a company, you have a lot of other things to worry about. But if you care and put time into the members that actually help the company grow, I think that is a big first impression. So there's that. And then also, when it comes down to the finances of everything, Leeloo offers really good affordable plans. So even if you can't, let's say, afford the 150 right now a month, right, you could still do the $77 for the 2 weeks on the Express and get refunded that $77. So that's still a really good deal in itself, being able to pass in 2 weeks, get the refund back. And then also on all of their social media platforms, they're very active with engagement and also with promotional deals. So if you look at their YouTube, their Facebook, their Instagram, they're always active on there putting deals out for us. And if you sign up for their newsletter as well with your email, they'll also send you everything through email too, so you won't miss any sales. So they always have a 65% off deal, 80% deals. They have the PA fees are cut, first month cutoffs too. Just really good stuff, a lot of good stuff. So for me, I really liked everything that Leeloo had to entail, and that's the reason why I decided to roll with them. Now I want to get into the nitty gritty about the Glide account though. What I really like about their 100K Glide is once you pass it, it becomes the accelerator account. And with the accelerator, you're able to scale up the plan. So right now you start with 2 contracts. And once we talk about other prop firms, you'll see why I think the 100K Glide, the 100K Static for Leeloo is the best in the industry because of this reason. So you start off with 2 contracts, right? 2 minis or 20 micros. But because you're able to scale, you're able to start adding more. So it become 3, 4, 5, just depending on how big you want to grow your position size, right? And then when you do pass the very first phase of the 100K Glide to become the accelerator, that $2,000 profit that you've made, you keep it inside your account. So instead of them, starting you over, you passed the challenge and now you're starting back over at 100K, you keep it at $102,000, which is insane, right? So then now you're at phase 2. And essentially what happens is your drawdown, it originally starts at 625 static, but then once you pass phase 1 into phase 2, your drawdown goes from $99,375 all the way to $100,100. So yeah, it moves up, but you're still keeping that $2,000 profit in your account. At that point, you can decide, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and cash out, or you can add $1,500 to move into the next tier of contracts, and now going from 2 minis to 3 minis essentially, or 20 micros to 30 micros, and you just keep adding profit and then you add more contracts. So that's why I think it's the best in the industry. I haven't seen any other prop firm offering this kind of scaling ability with their 100K static. So that's the reason why I decided to sign up for that one. Now, if we go over to Apex, everyone knows Apex as well. It's a really, really great company. And I personally also have some PAs coming. I believe they'll be coming in one day. I have 325Ks arriving soon. And then I'm about 75% with the 50K as well. So I also really like Apex. Customer service is absolutely amazing. They're pretty fast at responding, also within 24 hours, just like Leeloo. And they're able to break it down very simply for you too. What I also approve about Apex is that they have amazing deals. So not only is their customer service and their CEO really engaged with the community, but their deals that they have that to make it more affordable is spot on, right? Because the reason why we go to prop firms is because it's much more better for us traders to put a little bit of risk to pay for a monthly fee than it is to put the whole $25,000 into a personal account, right? That's the reason why we go to prop firm. It's better that way with the risk to reward with our capital. So with Apex, although they're not as active on social media when it comes to Instagram or I want to say Twitter, or I think it's Facebook actually. I don't have a Twitter, or I don't use Twitter like that. They're not as socially engaged with the community. They do post every now and then, but it's nothing really crazy. But they are a lot more active on their YouTube. On YouTube, if you were to search them up, they have interviews with traders. They have traders talking about their payouts, and also they have when traders become funded traders. So it's pretty cool that you're able to see the community actually being posted, and they're not forced to say anything. It's just their own experience. So that's what I also like about Apex, is they're not forcing anybody to say anything, which is great. But essentially, they have great 80% off deals. Their PA deals, they have one-time fee for the PAs as well. So really good stuff with Apex. Now, if we go into the actual payouts of Apex, it only takes 10 trading days, so it's pretty fast, and it's 2 times a month. So if you decided you wanted to get paid on a bi-weekly basis, then Apex is a good option for you. That's one of the reasons why I decided to go with Apex too, is not only everything that I've already mentioned, but when I do eventually want to start withdrawing money, when I get to a certain point where I feel comfortable to do that, then I do like the option of every 2 weeks, because I want to be able to pay myself for my bills and everything like that, right? So that's the reason. Another reason why I wanted to stick with Apex. Now, going over to Bulenox, I initially actually started with Bulenox just because of the challenge that I recently completed. If you guys didn't know, I've been posting a lot in my community tab on my YouTube page, and I essentially asked, the community if they wanted me to participate in a 50K challenge while also doing the 25K Apex Trader Funding Challenge. So I decided to do it. I've been sticking with it. I passed it, and I've just been putting more time into understanding and researching Bulenox. So now that I know more about the company, I actually stand by it a lot. I really like what they have to offer. So if we scroll down from the homepage, we see all the accounts here. And if you're a beginner, and your capital to pay for a prop firm is a little bit less than, the 25K, don't worry. They got the $10,000 option for you for only $115 a month. So they're able to, reduce the amount you pay per month, and you still are able to receive a little bit more capital than what your personal account can have, right? So that's cool, starting with 10K, and it pushes all the way to $250,000. So if you're more experienced and you're able to, reach these targets, then good for you. And now what I like about Bulenox is that it offers you not only the account where you have a trailing threshold, but you have the second option where it's either a daily loss limit or a scaling plan in itself. So I personally like to stick with the trailing threshold just because I don't want to scale my account with Bulenox. I'd rather just scale it with my Glide account with Leeloo. I like the idea of sticking with like the 2 contracts and keeping me tight with my position size, and then like just kind of growing it that way instead of having the option right off the bat. That's just my own personal preference, right? My own experience. I have an account with Bulenox for certain reasons. I have an account with Leeloo for certain reason, and an account with Apex for certain reasons too. So that's the reason why I don't want to pick the end of day. But should you want to, they have a scaling option, which is really awesome. And so for Bulenox, the customer service is also really fast. I haven't had any issues talking with the customer service. When I submitted for my qualification that I passed it, they emailed me back right away saying, or on my ticket, saying they're going to review it and they'll go back to me as soon as possible. Just don't trade and you'll be good to go. And I haven't touched it since this morning, so everything looks clean so far. Now, when it comes to the social media realm, they're not as active as Apex, or more specifically Leeloo. They're a little bit more like chilled, laid back. They'll post every now and then, but they don't post that often, which is all right. You know, every company has its own way of doing things. So that does, you know, have a little con to it for myself because I'm pretty active on social media. So I like to know if there is any deals. But at least they do send out communications via email. So for example, this morning or this past weekend, they had a 70% off deal currently going on. So it's code, I think, Thrive70, and you apply that, you get 70% off. Awesome. I got the email, so that was really cool. And so that in itself, knowing that the prices are much more affordable, takes 70% off these prices here. And even if you didn't have 70% off, already off the bat on their homepage, they're giving you $50 off the normal price. See, check that out, 50 and then 60. So they're already trying to make it more affordable for you. And I think 155 compared to if we were to TickTick, see, it's 285 for 100K Pro, but then you come back again to Bulenox, it's 155 for 100K. So I mean, that in itself already shows that it's a really good deal, and you could tell that Bulenox really does care about its traders because they're very fast in responding to any questions you might have. I have not started the PA account yet, so I can't tell you anything as far as the performance accounts goes and how the service is for that. But so far, everything has been smooth, and I have purchased 2 more accounts, which will be I don't know if it's already activated, but I'll be attempting those challenges also off camera, just because I want to grow within Bulenox as well. So these are the 4 prop firms that I have worked with or I'm currently working with, and I definitely stand by because of my own reasons, my own experiences, and I think they're just overall great companies. And that is a wrap on today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Before I let you go though, as I was recording and editing this video, I did receive some more email notifications for some more sales. So Leeloo right now has 2 sales going on. They have first the 65% off lifetime any of the foundation accounts. So if you use the link down in the description below with code Jess, you'll be able to save 65% off lifetime any of those accounts. And then the second promotion they have is actually their weekly accounts. So I've mentioned this in a previous video before, but if you didn't know, for the first month, you'll be able to pay only $79 for the 25K or $99 for the 50K. And with the weekly accounts, it pretty much means your payouts are every week. So their normal accounts, for a payout, it takes about 30 calendar days. So it's the last Monday of every month. So it's one time a month. But with the weekly payout or the weekly accounts, you'll have it every Tuesday. You can submit for a request and be able to get a payout. And for the discount they have going on right now, you can definitely snag up to 10 per user. So lots of really good deals going on. Apex has a 50% off reoccurring and also 50% off any resets. You don't have any code for that. And then Bulenox, they have that 70% off deal as I mentioned earlier. And everything, like I said, is going to be in the description below. So you guys can go ahead and click on those links or use my code and you'll save some money. And also it directly supports me as a content creator. But nonetheless, I do wish you nothing but success during this trading journey. And I know it can be tough sometimes to get through it psychologically speaking and trying to master your edge, but don't give up. I believe in you. And I do hope this video was helpful in helping you decide which prop firm you want to roll with. But I'll go ahead and end this video now. Thanks so much for your time. Have a wonderful rest of your day.